Hey cooks, we are back again for the Cookbook Club. We are with the King of Chefs and the Chef of Kings, right? Escoffier. So we are tackling Escoffier. This is our third recipe this month. This is actually our last Escoffier recipe for this month. I sort of skipped the first week because it was New Year's, right? Today we're making omelette a la Florentine, a Florentine omelette. And I have a few little changes because Escoffier is going way out there with the Béchamel sauce. So we're going to be consulting Julia along the way. Welcome to the Amy Learns to Cook kitchen. So I'm kind of sad that we're leaving Escoffier without having made his famous peach melba, but I can't get peaches right now. So we're going to be coming back to you for that. But we're also going to be coming back to this cookbook more because there's so much to learn in it, right? So we're making a omelette Florentine, a Florentine omelet. And Florentine just means that it was dressed with spinach, right? So we're making a spinach omelet. Escoffier surrounds the omelette Florentine with a bechamel. And I'm looking up his bechamel and I have a lot of issues, right? Because Escoffier's bechamel here, sauce bechamel, is a traditional bechamel, which is a white sauce, but it has been simmering for a long time in veal. That's how they used to, way back in the day, make a bechamel. We don't tend to make a bechamel like that anymore. It's just a simple white sauce, right? So his bechamel is going to simmer for 2 hours. You're going to be using cut veal into small cubes. I don't want to go through that, right? He does have instructions for a quick bechamel, but he also wants you to simmer it for like 15, 20 minutes. We're not going to do that, right? We're calling in Julia, right?
Yay!
So Julia explains this. Sauce bechamel in the time of Louis XIV was an elaborate sauce. In its day, it was simmering a milk in veal and seasonings with enrichment of cream. In the modern French cooking, a bechamel is a quickly made milk-based foundation requiring only the addition of butter, cream, herbs, or other flavorings to make it a proper sauce. So we are going to be making Julia's bechamel. And I have another twist to that because it is a milk-based sauce and I can't have that. So we're going to be making my Hollandaise sauce so I can have an omelet as well as Eric. So that's the twist. We're making Escoffier's omelette Florentine. We're making Julia's bechamel and we're making Amy's Hollandaise sauce.
He wanted you to make like 1 or 2 gallons of the stuff.
Yeah, and his sauce is like gallons, and I don't want that much. And I don't know if I can cut it down to make it the right size. I don't want to simmer veal. It's not something I traditionally buy. So we're doing this, Escoffier, Julie, and Amy, right? Let's go. Okay, I got 2 sticks of butter in this pan. We're going to let it melt, and we don't want to cook it. So we're going to bring it just to the melting point. And then we're going to make our Hollandaise, which happens to be one of my favorite sauces. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and set this over to the side. Okay, this recipe is up on my website. I'll put a link down in the description. So I have 4 egg yolks in here. I'm going to go ahead and put some fresh squeezed lemon juice. Thank you, boo.
Sure.
And I have an immersion blender here. This is the Breville. But I do have something coming up soon for something else. And we're going to go ahead and put this in here. We're going to go ahead and give it a little action. And then this nozzle is on this side of the roll. So we want to run this and drizzle the butter. to do this at the same time because you're basically making an emulsion. That looks amazing. So really quick, I'm going to put a very, very pinch of cayenne, just a pinch, and a little bit of salt. We're going to go ahead and blend this up again. Oh, it looks amazing. I don't want to lose even a speck of it because it's that good. Ooh, I made a little bit of a mess. Pop that off.
Nothing that gourd, manger, boo can't clean up.
So here's our hollandaise. It's amazing. Wow, it's beautiful. Let me take a little test. So good. Okay, now we're on to Julia's bechamel. I'm heating up my pan here. I'm using a Sautéed, and we have some butter in here. If you want this full recipe, you got to get this book, right? I'll put a link down in the description. So we are going to slowly melt this butter. So we're going to add some flour, and we're going to stir this in to the butter. We're making a roux. We're going to cook this about 2 minutes without getting any color on it. Okay, so this is a white roux. We're going to turn the heat off, and we're going to make sure it's not bubbling. And we're going to pour our milk in all at once. And we're going to stir it until, got to make sure we have all the roux off the side of the pan. And then we're going to whisk it. We make sure all that roux is off the side of the pan. And then we're going to put it over moderate heat. Moderately high heat. And we're going to stir it until it comes to a boil. And it should start to thicken. Oh, we have to put some salt too. So when this comes to a boil and it thickens, we'll be right back. So it's starting to boil. It is thickening, definitely. I'm going to turn it down slightly. We need to boil it for 1 minute. Ooh, that looks like a sauce. So we put salt in it. She says put white pepper in there and season it with salt. So let me give Eric a little bit so he can taste the salt level. Because I can't taste it, but it looks like a really nice sauce.
Okay.
Whoa. Put some cheese in there, now you got a Mornay.
Mm.
Does it need more salt?
Maybe just a little bit. I think the 7-Eleven bechamel brand might be a little tastier.
That was pepper. Oh, wow. It'll be all right. You want to taste it again? You're the only one that's going to be eating this. The 7-Eleven bechamel.
Yeah, that changed it just a little bit. That's good.
Okay, time to make the omelets. Okay, we're on to the omelet and Escoffier. So he says we need a tablespoon of spinach leaves that have been blanched and stewed in butter. So we need to do that first. So I have some butter in this. This is my new Cuisinart pan that we got.
On a
recently.
discount, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've used these and they're amazing. They work really well. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I have 2 cups of spinach here. I don't think I'm going to use that much, but this is going to shrink down. So, if I have extra, I'll use it tomorrow in my... This is basically sautéed spinach, huh? I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Pop the lid on here for just a second. And
Let's stay on.
it only takes a minute. This is more like sautéed spinach.
Butter makes everything better.
He didn't say to season it, but I'm going to season it. How about a little salt and a little white pepper? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn that off, and that's looking good, 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 good. I'm going to go ahead and take it out and put it in a little bowl here. This is more like sautéed spinach. I don't know if he says blanch and stew in butter. So I don't know if he means blanch it first. Oh, well, I did it like this, right? So now it's time to cook the omelet. Okay, we have a non-stick skillet here. I'm going to start it off with some butter. This is a 10-inch skillet from Demira. Okay, so Escoffier says you let the butter to completely melt and start like bubbling. That's when you know that it's going to be hot enough for the omelet. I have 3 eggs here. He makes his omelet as a 3-egg omelet, and I've been beating. It's like the scrambled eggs, right? Beat. Over 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like that, right? Got butter in there for flavor. Pour our eggs in. So this is a little bit different from the scrambled eggs. As the curd starts to form, we're going to stir and kind of break those up for our omelet. So we're just going to, got a little too much heat there going. I want to use a fork, but if I use a fork, then I'm going to hear about it for years to come because I have a nonstick and I'm using a fork. Some people like to flip, some people don't. Are you a flipper or not a flipper? I don't know if Eric likes his eggs really super more liquidy. So you want yours flipped or not?
I just want it done.
Yeah, I don't think he's a super undone egg person. Though I do like mine to be soft. So we're going to, do you want it rolled or do you want it folded?
Whatever works, Bobo.
Maybe I should have made more spinach. I'm going to put a little salt and pepper here. Salt and white pepper. Whoop!
Just remember, for salt purposes, you have used lots of butter. That makes it salty already.
Yeah.
So go easy.
So, we're going to go ahead and flip this actually onto the plate. We're going to roll it onto the plate like that.
Ooh.
Ah! And I'm going to take our bechamel here. He says go around the plate. I think I'm just going to go across the plate. Like that. Very nice. And then we have some chives. So how does that look, Boo?
I don't know. I can't see it from there. You need to bring it closer to me, my pretty.
Okay. Okay, Boo, you want your omelet?
Maybe. Thank you, boo.
You're welcome. So we're heating up one more for moi. Only a dab of salt. Dab of white pepper. Put some spinach. So I got the spinach on there. I'm just going to do a little single flippy-do. See if I can flippy-do without killing this thing. Onto the plate. Flippy-do. This one I got a little browned. That was not my intention. And a little Hollandaise. Yeah. My Hollandaise is a little chilled out a little bit. That's okay. And some of that. So how does that look? That looks kind of delicious to me. I got a little fork for a taste test. So today we have the triple threat, right? We have the Hollandaise sauce a la Amy, right? We have the Béchamel a la Julia. And then we have the Florentine omelette, or the omelette a la Florentine, courtesy of Escoffier. So let's go give it a try. Eric hasn't tried his yet. I had to make the Hollandaise because I can't have the Béchamel. I know this is good. Number one, just with the Hollandaise alone.
Well, the egg is good. The bechamel is obviously full. Yeah, no, it's awesome.
Wow.
It's creamy, but it's got texture to it.
I think this is the best omelet that I've ever had. Literally. I do love a stuffed omelet with chicken and pico de gallo and avocado and bell peppers and all that.
And it's a taco.
Yeah. This right here is off the chain. Wow.
Mine, the outside is firm, but the inside is soft.
Yep. I can see why people love French cuisine. It is more work.
It's a lot more work.
But the results are
incredible.
Fantastic. This is literally one of the best omelets I've ever had. This is so good.
Mine doesn't even have cheese on it, but the bechamel is awesome.
Yeah, it's tender, it's creamy. This is a winner. A winner isn't even a good enough word for it. This is an experience. If you don't have this book, we're going to talk about these books as we announce the cookbook club for next month. Put everything else aside and get these. Right? I hope you enjoyed this. Try this with Amy's Hollandaise. I think you're going to love it. I'm off to finish my omelet. Thanks for joining me.
Refill a Monsieur.
Look at that. Eric wasted no time.